Ladies and gentlemen, before you lay your head down tonight, I want you to pause. Take a breath, not just to rest, but to reclaim your power. Because what you whisper to yourself in the quiet of night is what the world will shout back to you in the morning. Say this before you sleep. It works like magic. I am the architect of my destiny. I believe. I commit. I persist. I win. Say it with faith. Say it with emotion. Say it until your soul believes it. The human mind is like a rich garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. What you choose to plant, and more importantly, what you continue to water every day. It will eventually grow into the reality you live. Repetition is the water. Repetition is the sun. Repetition is the quiet hand that molds your subconscious into the very shape of your dominant thoughts. Understand this, your subconscious mind does not have a filter. It does not evaluate, judge, or analyze the words you feed it. It accepts them as law. If you repeat to yourself every day that you are tired, broke, unlucky, or not enough, your subconscious begins to construct a life that reflects that belief. Not because it wants to punish you, but because it thinks that's what you want. It thinks that's the truth. But the opposite is just as true. And this is where the magic begins. When you deliberately, consistently speak words of power, of confidence, of victory, something remarkable happens. The same subconscious that once obeyed your fear will now obey your faith. It will begin to shape your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and ultimately your environment, to match the new dominant belief. Say, I am strong, long enough, and soon you'll begin to feel strength when you didn't before. Say, I am capable, and you'll find your mind searching for solutions where it used to see only problems. This is not wishful thinking. This is cause and effect. Your brain is designed to form pathways, neural highways, that grow stronger the more they are used. What you say again and again becomes not just an idea, but a neurological command. You become wired for it. That's why athletes visualize their victory before stepping onto the field. That's why the most successful people speak their goals aloud every morning. They know that what you rehearse in the mind becomes rehearsed in reality. This is why you must guard what you repeat, especially before you sleep. In those last quiet moments, your brain becomes most receptive. It softens. It listens. And whatever you feed, it sinks deep. So give it greatness. Give it certainty. Feed it the words that empower you over and over again. Let your nightly repetition become a declaration to the universe and a command to yourself, because what you repeat is what you believe, and what you believe is what you become. Fear is the great paralyzer. It stops more dreams, more businesses, more relationships, and more personal growth than failure ever could. And what's most deceptive about fear is that it often wears a mask. It doesn't always announce itself with trembling hands or panic. Sometimes it appears quietly in the form of hesitation, procrastination, self-doubt, or the endless question, what if? But fear, no matter how cleverly disguised, cannot exist in the same space where true faith lies. One will always push out the other. Faith is not a weak hope, not a vague wish. It is a force. It is the internal knowing that regardless of how things look, something greater is guiding the outcome. Faith does not require proof before it acts. In fact, it creates the proof through the action it inspires. Where fear says, what if I fail? Faith says, even if I fall, I will rise stronger. Where fear waits for reassurance, faith moves forward with conviction. This is why speaking words of faith before sleep is so powerful. At the end of the day, your mind is sorting through every doubt, every worry, every uncertainty. It needs direction. It needs assurance. And if you don't give it that reassurance, fear will gladly fill the space. But when you speak faith, out loud, with emotion, you reclaim control over the narrative. Faith is a decision. It's a declaration. It's looking at the unknown and choosing to believe in your ability to rise, to adapt, to overcome. It's telling yourself, not passively, but powerfully, I don't know exactly how, but I know I will. A fear paralyzes, faith mobilizes. Fear shrinks you, faith expands you. Fear focuses on limits. Faith focuses on potential. And just like light displaces darkness, faith displaces fear, if you let it. But you must be intentional. You must choose to feed faith more than you feed doubt. You must remind yourself daily, nightly, constantly that your mind is not your master. You are. And the tool you use to master it is belief. Say it before you sleep. I believe I am being guided. I believe I have what it takes. I believe my future is greater than my fear. Because the moment you choose faith over fear, even in the smallest way, you begin to regain your power. And the more you do it, the more unstoppable you become. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. But desire alone is not enough. The world is full of people who want things. Better lives, more success, deeper relationships, improved health. But wanting is passive. It's soft. It lacks force. For desire to become power, it must be shaped, focused, and fed. That's where autosuggestion comes in. Autosuggestion is the act of deliberately feeding your subconscious mind with specific, repeated statements that align with your deepest desires. It's not wishful thinking. It's not daydreaming. It is a technique, a mental discipline, used by those who understand that the subconscious governs 95% of your behavior. It influences your decisions, your reactions, your habits, even the opportunities you notice or miss. When you speak your desires aloud with conviction, especially before sleep, you are giving direct orders to your subconscious. You're not just hoping things will change. You're instructing your inner world to prepare for the change. You're telling your mind, this is what I want. This is who I am becoming. Begin building the path. And your mind listens. You may not see results instantly, but beneath the surface, your brain is beginning to align with the image you've given it. Definite, it will start to scan your environment differently. It will see openings you once ignored. You'll begin to act in ways that reinforce that very thing you've been suggesting to yourself. The key is repetition and emotion. Repetition builds the habit. Emotion fuels belief. You cannot mumble your way into a new life. You must speak with energy, with feeling, with certainty. Say, I am attracting opportunities. I am becoming more disciplined. I am ready to receive what I've asked for. When you say it often enough and mean it deeply enough, your subconscious will accept it as truth. And once it accepts it as truth, it will begin to drive you, consciously and unconsciously, toward that outcome. Most people allow their minds to be shaped by circumstance. They let their internal script be written by fear media or other people's opinions. But those who understand auto-suggestion know this: you are the author of your thoughts. And if you write a powerful enough script and repeat it enough times, your life will eventually reflect the story you've told. Desire without direction is like fire without fuel. It fades. But when you feed your desire with repeated, intentional affirmation, it becomes a force that moves mountains. So say it before you sleep. Say it with passion. Say it like your future depends on it, because it does. You are not merely wishing. You are programming. You are awakening your potential one statement at a time. And that is how desire becomes destiny. There is a quiet law operating beneath the surface of everything we do, and it's this: the universe does not respond to confusion, hesitation, or mixed intentions. It responds to clarity, to boldness, to certainty. Certainty is not arrogance. It's not pretending to know every step or outcome. Certainty is alignment. It is the calm, unshakable inner knowing that you are on the path, even if the road isn't fully visible yet. It is the conviction that what you seek is also seeking you, and that your commitment to your vision makes it inevitable. Most people send out signals of uncertainty, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. They say they want success, but they doubt themselves. They ask for love, but carry fear. They pursue a goal, then question their worthiness to receive it. And in doing so, they create interference, static that clouds the signal. The universe does not punish doubt, but it reflects it. It mirrors back what you project. If you move like you're unsure, life will hesitate right along with you. If you speak your desires while feeling conflicted, your results will be inconsistent. The key, then, is to speak and act with unwavering intention, as if what you desire is already moving toward you, because it is. This is why certainty is so magnetic. When you truly believe something is yours, your words change, your posture shifts. Your energy sharpens. You don't chase, you attract. You don't force, you align. You begin to move with purpose, and the world around you begins to organize itself accordingly. And the most powerful time to affirm this certainty is right before sleep, when your conscious mind is fading and your subconscious is wide open. That is the moment to declare, I know what I want. I am worthy of it. It is already on its way. Not as a question, not as a hope, as a fact. Because here's the truth, the universe respects confidence. Life makes room for those who move with clarity. The opportunities, the people, the solutions. They don't respond to those who think they're ready. They respond to those who know. You don't have to know how it will all happen. You don't have to see every detail. You just have to decide. Decide fully without reservation that what you desire is already aligning, already forming, already unfolding. When you hold that level of certainty, not just once, but repeatedly, especially as your final thoughts before sleep, you begin to shape reality itself. The delays shorten, the detours straighten, the right doors begin to unlock, and not by chance, but by design. So speak with conviction, think with conviction, walk with conviction. Let every cell in your body agree with the outcome you want to see. Because when you stop asking if and start declaring when, the universe stops testing and starts delivering. There are many qualities that people chase in the pursuit of success. Talent, intelligence, connections, timing. And while all of those may help, none of them guarantee anything. The one quality that separates those who only dream from those who achieve is far less glamorous, but infinitely more powerful: persistence. Persistence is the quiet force that keeps you going long after the excitement fades. It's what steps in when motivation runs dry. It's what carries you through rejection, through failure, through moments when nothing seems to be working. Most people stop too soon. They get discouraged after one setback. They change course after one failure. They doubt themselves after one unanswered prayer. But those who persist, those who continue showing up, continue believing, continue adjusting and moving forward, are the ones who ultimately win. Persistence is not blind repetition. It's not stubbornness. It's intelligent resilience. It's learning from every obstacle. It's asking, what can I do better? Instead of, why is this happening to me? It's refusing to be shaken by temporary defeat because you know the vision is still alive. Every great achievement in history, every breakthrough, invention, movement, success story was built on the back of persistence. Behind every moment of glory are thousands of moments no one saw: the late nights, the silent battles, the private disappointments, and the decision to keep going anyway. And this is why what you say before you sleep matters so deeply. In that vulnerable moment, when your body is tired and your mind wants to quit, you must reinforce your commitment. You must remind yourself of your reason, your why, your unshakable resolve. You must say, I will not stop. I will not fold. I will not surrender until I have fulfilled the calling I was born with. When you repeat those words, when you speak persistence into your subconscious every night, you are building a foundation that nothing on the outside can shake. You are training your mind to expect resistance and push through it. You are wiring your brain for endurance, not just enthusiasm. Because the truth is, talent will fail you if you lack grit. Strategy won't save you if you walk away too early. And even faith, powerful as it is, needs to be matched by repeated, determined action. It's not about how fast you get there. It's about refusing to stop. It's about standing up one more time than you fall. It's about understanding that persistence is not punishment. It's proof. Proof that your dream is real enough, important enough, worth enough to fight for. So when you're tired, persist. When you're doubted, persist. When you're afraid, persist. Speak it every night before you sleep. Not because everything is easy, but because you've decided nothing will stop you. The people who succeed are not always the smartest or the strongest. They're the ones who simply deciding, I will not quit. And that decision, made daily, reinforced nightly, is what makes the impossible inevitable. So tonight, before the world fades and sleep takes over, remember, you are not powerless. You are a force, a builder of dreams, and this simple act, speaking life into your night, may just be the most powerful thing you do all day. Say it before you sleep, because when you speak with belief, you awaken with purpose. And that, my friends, is where the magic begins. Thank you.